Hey guys, so we're gonna do the Art of Street Fighter today. This is by Udon Comics. I guess it's by Udon. It's all the Capcom art. So all the Street Fighter characters. Last time I did Bengus, but I have another Street Fighter book and some of that. So a lot of the stuff that got me into wanting to draw the body correctly, like without it being flat, I studied a lot of Capcom art, right? Mostly Bengus. I studied Bengus' stuff, but I forgot what the other guy's name is. What's that guy? Akiko? Yeah. I studied a lot of his stuff too, you know what I mean? So, there's all this stuff. Bengus is not in this, by the way. I was going to do this, but it seems like Bengus is not in this. Akiman. I think it's Akiman. Akiman I studied a lot of, I guess. It's either Akiko or Akiman. I'm not too sure. It's probably Akiman, though. But, I studied a lot of Bengus' stuff, though, you know? And number one, I don't know why Bengus is not even in this book, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little crazy that he's not even in this book. Like, they have all the Street Fighter guys, but no Bengus, you know? You would think that Bengus would be in this, but I guess he's, like, strictly under Capcom, so, you know what I mean? I don't think he would be a part of this book, you know? But so I did study a lot of Akiman. These are all like the old Street Fighter. Like it's like well, they call it the Street Fighter pamphlet. So I guess these are like the original the original designs for how the Street Fighter game in like 1992 would have been. But it's similar to Street Fighter 1. Like Street Fighter 1, I don't even know if you guys know Street Fighter 1. Yeah, so I studied a lot of Akiman, you know what I mean? Akiman wasn't too different from Bengus, but that's pretty good, like, you know what I mean? Like how the form looks 3D and stuff like that. Like a long time ago, like when I was like I already got hired by the comic book company I was talking about last time, right? But so I wasn't in there for a long time, and I was in school, and a lot of guys didn't know I got hired by comics. So some guys would tell me like, "Oh, you know, your characters look flat." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? Because I guess like they thought it was a passion of mine too, going to comics, and you know, I already got into comic books, right? But I guess they didn't know how vague I got. Oh, so they don't really name Bengus in there, but apparently they just call it illustration for a CD book, and all Bengus' stuff is in there, right? So this is Bengus right here. That's a little crazy. They just don't even mention Bengus at all. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because I don't know how you can't mention that guy. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like why? I have no clue. You know what I mean? Like why are you not mentioning Bengus? Like he's a big part of the Capcom company. You know what I mean? That's a little crazy. You know, that's one of the reasons why I was gonna do the review. You know what I mean? Because of Bengus stuff. Yeah. So I think this is I don't really know who this is. Characters Mook Illustrations. So Mook Illustrations. All about Street Fighter 3, the characters Mook Illustrations. This could be Bengus right here. Oh, this is Kino Nishimura. Yeah, so I studied a lot of Kino, you know what I mean? Like I had this on my wall of Alex, right? But I studied a lot of this guy, Kino Nishimura. Kino Nishimura stuff I studied a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to get my characters 3D, and I didn't really know about, like, muscle placement and the skeleton and stuff like that. Like, I was just, like, doing it, like, from the Marvel way. about cubes and stuff like that, but you weren't really getting down to like the depths of like how muscles relate to like the bone, and how they move and stuff like that, how they flex. And you really got to know bone placement if you're really good. If you're gonna draw like this, you really got to know bone placement and where the muscles connect. You know what I mean? Because you really just can't use cubes and cylinders unless like you're really good at it. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure Kino Nishimura knows bone placement. You know what I mean? Like he knows where the bones are in the body, and he knows where the muscles connect with the anatomy. This is another one by Kino. Like I studied a lot of Kino stuff, man. Like Kino stuff. Like look at the form, man. Like it's like 3D. You know what I mean? And this is like a lot of guys like you. I guess you could get into comics like no matter who you are, especially when you're young and passionate. You know what I mean? You get into business. You know what I mean? When you have that drive and stuff like that. But you know, like if you go to school after comics and you're you know, there's people there that really don't know who you are, so that they're gonna tell you to your face how they think your art looks. You know what I mean? So if you just want to get away from that flat looking character, no bone placement, no muscle placement, and yeah, you could draw the form 3D like this. You know what I mean? And you could just work on the anatomy as you get to the character that you want to build. You know what I mean? But knowing where the bone placement is really important if you want to get your characters to look like this, basically. You know what I mean? Because this is beautiful right here. You know what I mean? Look at this guy's back, bro. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, I want to do a close-up or whatever, right? Let's see if you guys can see this. See, look at this guy's back right here. This guy looks like Andre the Giant. I don't even know who this is, but this guy looks like Andre the Giant. You know what I mean? It's a Kino Nishimura. Like this right here. Like this right here. Like you gotta know bone placement and where the muscle placement is. You know what I mean? Like especially like for this one right here. Like you gotta know. You know what I mean? And you gotta get like muscle books. If you're new to like making bodies and you really don't know how the chest looks or the abs look, you probably got to get a muscle book to like one of those like I don't even know, Oxygen. I don't know if they have that, or Muscle and Fitness. You know what I mean? Like one of those books just to get like your proportions correctly and stuff like that. But if you want to get anatomy correctly, get know the bone placement and the muscle placement. You know what I mean? Know where the bone should be and the muscle would be. So this is another Kino Nishimura. Like this guy was, you know, Bengus was my favorite. You know what I mean? But I studied a lot of Kino Nishimura. You know what I mean? Like his stuff is just like, damn guy. It's like it's so 3D. You know what I mean? Like it's like crazy. You know? Like oh man, I can't even explain. Like I was in my basement when I lived at home. In my basement drawing like because I didn't know bone placement, right? So I was drawing the cubes and things and just trying to get everything correctly. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh okay, you know what I mean? This is where the tricep goes. This is where the bicep goes. This is where the shoulders go. This is where the forearm goes. You know what I mean? But yeah, I studied for so long trying to get the muscle placement as 3D as this. You know what I mean? Worked out after you learn anatomy, then you work out after. You got to get like if you really want to delve deep into like anatomy and how to draw, you got to get a Bern Hogarth's book. You got to get muscle placement books. You know what I mean? Like you got to get all those books, man. This is another Kino Nishimura. I really didn't know the guy who drew this until today. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but yeah, like I knew his stuff. Like I just didn't know his name. You know what I mean? But I knew his stuff. You know. I guess he wasn't in the first one, the first Street Fighter that I did. But I guess I got a better idea of like how who he would be. But this is another Bengus right here, actually. So they have Bengus, actually. As you can see, this Bengus's name right here. So they call it Bengus. Gonna cheese Bengus. So Bengus is in this, you know what I mean? There's another Bengus. I like Bengus too, you know. Yeah, so yeah. Kinu Nishimura, you know? Nishimura. They just call it Sheep for the cover. Yeah, I guess this is Bengus too right here, and this is Bengus. This is Bengus right here. I thought they didn't put Bengus and stuff in there, and apparently they did, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't even, like, I just got my old Sheep for the book to review, you know what I mean? That looks like another Bengus right there. This is Bengus for sure. This is Bengus right here too. They usually just call it cover art, but they don't really pay homage to. I guess they're calling it Gouda cheese. I guess that's his name too, Bengus. Yeah, it's like different titles, I guess, you know what I mean? Bengus is just so professional with it, man. Like, he knows what all places are. Like, he's more of like a practical artist, you know what I mean? Like cross hatching and stuff like that. Like, he gets the form right, but it's just so beautifully done. It's so perfect, you know what I mean? Like, everything he draws is like perfect as heck. So they got a lot of Bengus in there. I didn't even know that they put Bengus in here. You know? I'm really surprised because I thought I reviewed this book, and you know, a lot of Bengus and stuff is right here. So yeah, this is all Bengus and stuff right here. So this is Bengus. Oh, this is Bengus too, actually. I didn't know Bengus is in here. Yeah, so as you see, like, Bengus just does it beautifully. You know what I mean? He doesn't form like the muscles as deeply as Kinu Nishimura, but you know what I mean? He does it in such a way that he doesn't have to detail it, because it's just so you just know like where the muscles would be if you were gonna like detail it to that point, you know what I mean? But he just makes sure like everything else is like just as beautifully done as the human form, so he doesn't have to like detail it that much, because it's just so beautifully done. Like, look at this, man. Like, I think he's coloring them too, you know what I mean? Yeah, I guess they didn't have a spotlight on them, but there's all this stuff right here. This is Bengus too right here. That's Bengus as well. So they have two Benguses. And this is Bengus too, which I'm surprised that they have. This is Bengus as well. Beautiful stuff from Bengus. This is Bengus right here too. This is some stuff I didn't see, but apparently this is Bengus as well. He's just so real with it, you know what I mean? That he doesn't have to like go into that much detail, you know what I mean? Because it's just so beautifully done. He's such an artist, you know what I mean? Such an artist. His style is just magnificent, man. Bengus, look at this. It's a thing of beauty, man. Like, really good. It's a thing of beauty, you know what I mean? Like, you know everything that he does, you know what I mean? It's just crazy, guy. Bengus' stuff right here. This is Bengus as well. This is Bengus right here too. This is Bengus. Look at this. Can you see that, man? Oh man. Look at this. Look at the foreshortening here. Jeez. Man, guy. I don't think they do foreshortening like. Look at this. Look at this foreshortening on Dawson, guy. They don't do foreshortening like that, and you can't see that in some art books today, man. You don't see foreshortening. You just see the regular like profile, and that's about it. That's as far as they go with like character development. But you don't see like, you know what I mean? Put this guy in action, you know what I mean? For the character design, you know? It's always about, oh, I got the character correctly, but we just don't, we don't really know, like, how he moves and stuff like that, you know what I mean? This is Bengus as well. I think this is Bengus right here. Yeah, this is Bengus right here too. So he just did like a little bit of storytelling. He's such an artist, man. He just did a little bit of storytelling, like right here, a guy defeating M. Bison, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He did a little bit of storytelling right here. Yeah, you can tell, man. He's just an artist. He's not going for like aesthetics, you know what I mean? He's going for storytelling, you know? That's the kind of artist he is. He's a story artist. He's not an aesthetic artist, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't go for aesthetics, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is beautiful, you know? He'd rather tell a story, and that's why I love his illustrations, because I love storytelling, you know? The keynote was pretty good too, actually, so, yeah. This is good stuff right here. I don't know who this is. This is a keynote right here. Keynote stuff was pretty good. Yeah, so I guess they had a lot of Bengus in the beginning and stuff like that. I guess they're going for the Keynote's concepts right here. They named it Development Concepts, so I guess they know who the artist is, but yeah, I guess apparently they don't have a name or something, I guess. I don't know. A keynote, yeah, I guess they do have a name. It's just a keynote, all the keynote stuff, you know. Keynote is good, you know. It's really good, actually. Yeah, so yeah, I should have known all the guys before I got into like talking about this, you know what I mean? Oh, I guess it's the Indian. Looks like a Bengus, but it's not. I don't know who the color artist is. So I guess they have them all in order, you know what I mean? Like in the not the index, but I forgot what it's called. Yeah, they just didn't have Bengus' name in the beginning, you know. That's why I didn't know he was going to be in this. So this is idiot stuff. From what I can tell, I'm not for sure. I don't know if they got that correctly. Yeah, I guess they did, eh? I guess this is EDM. I'm not too sure, but it looks like it's EDM. You know what I mean? It might be EDM, but this is EDM stuff right now. Oh, Hayachi is in this. It's crazy. You get into Tekken. Tekken was good back in the day. It's a little too much for me to handle, you know what I mean? I gotta deal with Street Fighter, you know what I mean? Street Fighter is just like, it's just like right there, you know what I mean? There's not too much going on, you know what I mean? You don't have to get like confused, you know what I mean? Because every time I play Tekken or something, like I just get confused and I'm just like, oh man, like how do I, like, you know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna like do something else, you know? And just crazy storytelling and just like that last game, man. Like I got Tekken for PS4 when I had it, and I was just like, what the heck is this, bro? Like I wasn't hating on the gameplay, but I was like, when like you only have 3 fights and then you go right to the end, like what is this? You know what I mean? Like give me, like, you know what I mean? Like let me play a game, you know what I mean? Like Street Fighter is just like one of those games that are just right there, and then, you know what I mean? You go to it, and yeah, table of contents. I couldn't find the guy's name. Other illustrations. So they named all the other illustrations right here. That's crazy. In the middle of the book. That's a little crazy. That's why I couldn't find his name. Table of contents didn't even have it in there. CD book. Yeah, so I don't really yeah, so what I was saying was the Tekken, right? Like, they're just a little crazy with the Tekken and everything. Couldn't really get down to like couldn't really get down to business in that game. The new Street Fighter is amazing, actually. I never got M-Buys and anything. And I missed Vega. What the heck is it? Oh, okay. So there's a lot of stuff. A lot of illustrations, some of that. Some book stuff. Zangief fighting a bear. Got DJ. Balrog. Guess it's all the Street Fighter guys. God, looks like the guy from the movie. Yeah, so that's the end of that. And I guess they're just doing an interview at the end of the book. Yeah, so you can pick this up at Indigo, online, Amazon, and get this book. It's a pretty good book, and Bengus is in it, so I'm happy that I found out Bengus was in it. Didn't know he was in it because his name is not in the table of contents, and just happened to find his art in here. So, all right, thanks guys. Thanks a lot. Be there next time. Thanks.